Once upon a time, there was a group of people who called themselves fishermen. They lived in an area surrounded by streams and lakes and rivers just filled with fish. And the fish were hungry. Week after week, month after month, year after year, these people who called themselves fishermen held meetings, and they talked about their call to be fishermen, the abundance of fish, and they shared the latest innovations in fishing. They carefully defined what fishing was all about, and they declared that fishing is always the primary task of fishermen. They constantly search for new and better methods of fishing, for new and better definitions of fishing. They sponsored special meetings known as fishermen's campaigns, and they built buildings called fishermen's headquarters, and they selected some of their best fishermen to staff it. They appealed to everyone to become fishermen. There was just one thing that they did not do. They didn't fish. Ever. In addition to organizing and holding regularly scheduled meetings, they organized a board to send out fishermen to other parts of the world where the fish were plentiful. And the board appointed various committees and held many meetings to talk about fishing, defend fishing, and develop new strategies for fishing. But the committee members never went fishing. Many heard and responded to the call to be fishermen. They were commissioned and sent to fish. But like the fishermen back home, they could talk for hours about the need for fishing, and they knew all the current developments in fishing. But they did not fish. Some said they really wanted to fish, but they didn't have time, but they would furnish fishing equipment for others. Others felt that their job was to establish a good relationship with the fish so that the fish would be more receptive to the fishermen. After one stirring speech on the necessity for fishing, one young person left the meeting and actually went fishing. He reported the next day that he caught 2 excellent fish. People were so excited about this that they sent him on a nationwide tour so that he could tell other groups about how he did it. And of course, he was so busy touring that he didn't have much time for fishing anymore. The people in their fishermen's clubs were dedicated to fishing, to talking about fishing, to learning about fishing, to establishing better fishing methods, to better defining and explaining fishing. So imagine how hurt they were one day when someone suggested that people who don't catch fish are not really fishermen, no matter how much they claim to be. They understood the criticism. After all, can people who never catch any fish really claim to be fishermen?